Good morning, it's Kiki, and I just basically woke up. I've got some black coffee to keep me going through this video. The reason that I was so bent on coming in here to my bathroom and immediately doing this video is a package. So who wants to wait to open their package? Now there we go. Okay, if you're like me, you have searched and searched and searched for the perfect foundation, and the search never ends, because guess what? There is nothing that you put on your skin that will look exactly like your skin with nothing on it. It's just not a thing. But it doesn't stop me from buying lots of foundations and experimenting with different colors and formulations. So when Bare Minerals came out with this, it's called Complexion Rescue, and it has an SPF of 30, which I love, and it's a physical only sunscreen, so it's titanium dioxide, and that's it. And one thing I think Bare Minerals does really well is color matching. Sometimes brands, especially like new brands, will come out with a foundation and they'll have like 5 shades, and they're like, oh yeah, if you're really light, then you're light. And it's like, well, do you have cool undertones, warm undertones, you know, on and on. So one thing I think Bare Minerals does really well is they provide plenty of choices. I got this from QVC, so it came with the brush that they recommend. It's called the Smoothing Face Brush. This is the one that they advertise goes with it, and at QVC it's like you get them both, so it's like a bundle and you pay less than you would pay for them separately somewhere else. So, ooh, okay. The brush feels good. It's a soft synthetic. The bristles are actually fairly stiff. And because of the dual brush situation, they're not too dense at the top, because like up to the brown part, they're denser, and then this part, it's like, I don't know, less dense. So I'm trying to give you a picture of what it's like, because this is a new product and I want you guys to be able to figure out if you want to invest in it. So what this purports to do is give you coverage, but also a little bit of lumination, lumosity, luminization. It calls it a tinted hydrating gel cream. It says, treat your skin every day with a powerhouse of skincare benefits infused with naturally radiant color in one easy step. A multitasking genius, this lightweight skin-quenching gel cream smooths on effortlessly with just the right amount of coverage. Instantly, your complexion reveals a dewy, healthy-looking glow. Marine botanicals help to hydrate and replenish thirsty skin. Mineral electrolytes to help energize skin. A select antioxidant that helps to defend your skin's appearance against environmental stressors. That is so funny. A select antioxidant, like, ooh, which one is it? Okay, well, let's get into it. Now, I've been self-tanning from the neck down, so this may be a little light for me right now because I ordered it for my non-self-tanning skin. So twist off cap. It does have a little foil protector here. Okie dokie. So you can see it's, I would say a cream gel texture seems accurate. So I just put that much on my hand, and I'm gonna take the brush and we're gonna see what happens. It occurs to me just now, as I'm doing this, that I'm gonna do half my face. So I'm just gonna stick to this side of my face. So we'll see if we can see a difference. Okay, for me that was not enough product, so I'm gonna put a little more product on my hand. That's probably just as much as I did the first time. One thing I am loving about this brush is it feels like just the right texture and density to like really buff. Sometimes I have brushes that are so dense that as I'm buffing it feels like I'm pulling at my skin, and then sometimes they're so loose that you feel like you have to like grip the bristles really tightly to buff it all, or else they just splay out because the bristles are like for example, this brush is good for some things, but look how widely splayed the bristles are. Like, you're not gonna get a lot of buffing done here, you know, in my opinion. I have to say, you know, you always want something to really blow you away and impress you, but I try to maintain a little bit of skepticism because I've been disappointed before, and I just think there are limitations to what any product can do. But I have to say, looking at myself in the mirror, I am excited. I'm really impressed by this. And here's why. It does look really natural on. You gotta give it to them. So I'm gonna get really close. And what I see when I look at myself in the mirror now is, what I see is actually not a huge difference between the two sides of my face. And that is meaningful to me because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a foundation that doesn't actually look that different from my skin. Okay, so now I'm directly facing the light, so there shouldn't be really a difference in how the light is hitting the two sides of my visage. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. It feels like, maybe it feels like I just put my moisturizer on or something. It doesn't feel like I need a powder over it, which is huge because out of all the many foundations I've tried, there are only 3 that I can think of that I don't need a powder over top of. One is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in a Compact, one is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Foundation, and one is Merle Norman's Luxiva Lasting Finish, I think. And everything else, including the original Bare Minerals, I feel like I have to put a powder of some kind, or mineral veil in their case, over top of it. But I actually feel like I wouldn't need to put a powder over this if I didn't want to, which excites me. And I love that it's an SPF of 30. It's a chemical only, it's a physical only sunscreen. So for example, when I get up in the morning, like, I want to put sunscreen on my face, but it's always a fight because I don't want to feel it on my face. But this feels really lightweight on, like, just, you know, standing here talking to you, I don't necessarily feel aware that there's foundation on the right side of my face. My skin actually, it feels unencumbered by layers. Okay, well, in this video, I won't end up proving to you that I'm usually pretty skeptical, because turns out I love it! I totally do. I'm really excited about it. So you get 1.18 fluid ounces, which is 35 milliliters. So it's pretty much your traditional size. If you're curious, I got the Vanilla 02 shade. And what I love about this shade, it's basically one removed from the lightest one that they make. The lightest one they make has pink undertones, and a lot of times when you look for a foundation as light as my naturally pale skin is, what you end up getting is really pinky. So if I can find something that is light enough for me and has the proper undertones, then I am in heaven. And this actually, I think, has, they say, neutral undertones. So there's one step up, like probably 03, I don't know what it's called, is like with yellow undertones or golden undertones. So it goes like pink undertones, neutral, and golden. And I got the neutral undertones one. And I just feel like it's perfect. Like, I love, and Bobbi Brown really matches my skin well because all of her foundation shades have a yellow base to them. And you guys, ordinarily, like, I buy a lot of makeup brushes. In fact, I'll show you, like, I have, that's a small portion of the makeup brushes that I have. So I love makeup brushes. I buy a lot of makeup brushes. Do I think they're necessary? I often will buy a new brush and like it and use it, but not really think it's like necessary to have that particular new one. But I have to say, in this case, I really like this brush for this foundation. And I'm not saying you have to buy this brush. You know, there are other brushes like this on the market, so maybe you already have one and that's great. But I will say that if you're buying this, you know what? Why don't we put it on with my fingers on the left side? So this is actually how I often put foundation on. So this will maybe show you a difference in like what the application looks like with a brush versus your fingers. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the first look, and then I'm gonna take a peek in the mirror. Looks pretty much, I mean, it looks identical to me. I don't notice a difference between what it looks like having applied it with my fingers, and this side is having applied it with the brush. Feels the same, I think it looks the same, so I don't think the brush is necessary, but I do think it's really nice. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know below. I'm super excited, and because I filmed this video, I already have my foundation on for the day, so it is a win-win. Okay, I just wanted to come back because I have 2 updates. It's been like 5 minutes. One is I have noticed, so this is the side I did first. So this side has had foundation on it for maybe 10 minutes. And I have noticed that it's starting to crease a little bit. So the update is I probably would want to put a powder on top of it or a mineral veil, at least on my eyelid, or I guess if I had put an eyeshadow primer or something. I had nothing on my skin when I put this on. So maybe if you had like a shadow primer you really like and you put that on first, it would prevent that. So I just added 2 things. I added, this is a Tightline mascara primer, and it's the waterproof one. It looks like that. So it's really good at getting down to the root of your lashes, and it's also really good at just looking natural, like it's not like a big mascara moment. And then that's by It Cosmetics. So is this. This is their Ombre Radiance Bronzer. You can see it kind of glazes, by the way. And I have to like take my fingernail and try to get some of the glaze off of it to get into the product. So I just wanted to come back and show you this way, because when you put foundation on and nothing else, your skin always looks sort of weird because it takes all the contouring, natural contouring and color variation and depth out of it. So now that I have on a little bit of bronzer, especially because I've been self-tanning too, I just wanted to show you what it looks like in a more normal way, not like a totally whited out way. So this is it. So far I'm really happy with it. If I have any updates, I will certainly leave them below, but I feel like it's gonna be my new favorite. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.